Hello guys, welcome back to the channel. So today we're going to hopefully be doing the final video on the Jeep's carburettor rebuild. So what we're going to do is we're going to see if she actually wants to start up today. Then we're going to take her for a quick test drive, get some footage for you, show you how she's running, and go and grab a pie whilst I'm at it because I'm starving. Here we are then, she's all set up and ready to go. Just giving her a quick prime on the old pump down here. She seems pretty much ready. Now, I have not got used to how this carburettor likes to get started yet, so this may not be an instant fire up. I might have to sit and mess around for a little while because I'm useless and don't know the choke settings for this carburettor yet, but let's see how we get on. So let me just haul my old arse into the Jeep. Here we go. Right, see if I can get this going. Right, so we're going to go with nearly full choke because that's what it seems to like, and now I'm going to apply a little bit, just a tiny bit of throttle with my actual foot because I don't have a foot starter. And let's see what happens. Well, that's pretty successful, I'd say. Well, that's a pretty good start, guys. Apologies if you can't hear me. I don't know what's going to go on with this sound. I'm just going to give her a few minutes to warm up, but you can hear she's ticking over pretty nicely. Probably turned the choke down a bit too quick though. Get that back up there a minute. So I'll let her warm up. We've got the GoPro ready for some footage. We're going to try and test this in a couple of different places today as well. But I thought that would be a good view as we haven't got the gun on today, so we give that a try. And get you a bit of footage and just go over some of the stuff that I've had to do to actually get this running nicely. There we go. Alright guys, we are on the road. So I'm not sure how well you can hear me because it is extremely windy, but I put the lav mic behind the windscreen, so hopefully that's working well enough. And hopefully the view's alright. So as you can hear, hopefully, the Jeep is sounding pretty happy. We've got the choke off already. We've done a few miles just to get it warmed up. And she sounds pretty happy. A little bit blowy, but I might have a hole in the exhaust or something. We'll have to check that out another time. But yeah, as it's a nice sunny day and it's dry, I thought I might as well get her out, do this video, show you how it's going on. So basically what happened is, I had it all running and it sounded alright, but it had no power, if you can remember from the last video. And I had it all apart. I started looking into the ignition system, wondering if something was a bit fouled, and figured that might be the reason it had no power and was really spluttery. So I had the spark plugs all out, and as you can see here, they were absolutely disgusting. I mean, I know the other old carburettor was running really rich, so that wasn't a surprise. So don't get over, mate, Jesus Christ. So yeah, I had the spark plugs out and they were disgusting. Cleaned them up, changed the fuel filter in case that was messy, and then the new fuel filter leaked, so I had to immediately put the old one back in, but it was clean anyway, so it isn't a problem. Opened up the distributor cap, as you can see here, that had no end of corrosion in it, and it just gets condensation in it and the shaft gets a bit of surface rust. That shouldn't make any difference, but I cleaned that up anyway. Took the cap off and cleaned the contacts and put a bit of sandpaper between the old points and gave them a clean. And then fired it up and it seemed pretty happy. And then after I'd done all that, I took it out on the road and that had made absolutely no difference. I mean, it seemed fine when you were just sitting and idling, but it had zero power when you went out on the road. Like 20 miles an hour was a push and you were foot to the floor. So I scratched my head as to what the hell was going on. I kept pulling the carb apart and changing the float and the metering rod and everything. It making no difference at all. So I gave Cliff a ring at Universal Jeep Supplies, had a word with him. He had a couple of suggestions, I tried them, nothing worked. And then I thought, well, I better call Joe's Motorcore, because after all, they made the carburettor, so I better ring them. Right, now I'm not convinced this is going to work, but I'm going to show you. We've got a nice bit of straight road. Let's do an acceleration test. that's about 17. Oh, we're against the wind here. Jesus. There you go, we're up to 40 miles an hour and I cocked that up because I should have stayed in second gear for longer. But I did this test when I brought it out and got her up to about 48 and she was happy enough, so that's enough power for me anyway, as I am an old fart and I poodle around at about 25 because I'm really an old fart. So let's just pull in here and get the camera somewhere a bit more suitable for you. Anyway, got you back on your classic windscreen mode now. Back up to 40 miles an hour already. That's definitely easier when you're not going uphill against the wind. But it just doesn't seem to care. That's the point I'm making. Beforehand and on the old carburettor, that wouldn't have liked to going up to that speed. That really was worn out. We'll settle back down now to like 33. I'm going to head to the bakery and get myself some pie. This hill's always a lot of fun. Anyway, I was saying about the distributor system, so that didn't make any difference. And I'd spoke to Joe's and they'd said all the same things really. They were good on the phone, they like changed the meter on and everything, but nothing had worked. So I better just pull in here. Come on. So I rang them back because I thought, well, this carburettor's going to have to go back. And basically the guy had one last option, which was to check the adjustment on the throttle linkage itself, or on the accelerator linkage I should say. I'll get in first, come on. So he said to check the adjustment on the actual accelerator linkage, because if it can't go all the way back then it won't open up fully on the carburettor. So I did that and it turns out that basically when my foot was to the floor the carburettor was actually only about a third open, so it just wasn't getting any power because I'd adjusted it wrong. Whoa, you fucking idiot. So yeah, so that was wrong. And it's funny because I actually had it set further up and my dad had said you ought to adjust that a bit because he was worried that if I put my foot to the floor with that in the wrong place then it could break the linkage on the carburettor, which I thought was a bit of an odd thing to say, but he was worried about it. So I changed it all the way to the other end, and because it seemed to still have full play I hadn't thought anything of it. But it turns out that was actually the problem, so I started adjusting that bit back again and got it to the sweet spot, and now that's just happy, as you can hear. So that's all the problem was. It wasn't the setup of the carb or anything. I mean, the sparks and everything did need a clean up, but that wasn't actually the problem. It was just that the adjustment on the carburettor linkage, which I'll show you here so you do know what I'm on about, that was wrong, and me and my dad are both basically idiots. So I won't listen to him again. Anyway, time for food. Right, see if she wants to start back up. Perfect. Pie has been achieved. I don't know if you can see me or not because for some reason the front screen is turned off and I can't remember how to turn it back on. Oh, brilliant. Nice and tight. Right, just go. I'll tell you what I can't get used to, and that's the fact that like you're sitting here, you're just happily tootling, and the second you put your foot on the accelerator, that's just instant. Just wants to go. It's because I've actually got a working accelerator pump now, whereas the Solex did not have a working accelerator pump because a lot of the reproduction Solexes are absolute crap. Seagreen.319's video on that, I will post a link in the description, because what he covers in this video is exactly how my Solex was set up the whole time I had it, where it didn't have the proper little valve thingy in it, so it made it basically not have an accelerator pump. So I think that's probably about it for this video. Just as it was a nice day, I thought I'd come out and do the quick update on how it's all turned out, have a bit of a ride around, go to a couple of local villages and stuff, get myself a pie. What more can you ask for, really? But well, touch wood, I just got to see how the fuel economy is. It might be awful, in which case I might have to do some tuning. But aside from that, we are hopefully good to go for the 2024 season. Barring the next breakdown, whatever that may be, there'll always be something. So hopefully you enjoyed the video, and hopefully you can actually hear what I'm saying. And you've had a nice little shot at how the Jeep is working now. So if I can help anyone with any of this stuff, then please just give me a shout in the comment section. And if you've enjoyed my tooling around and rambling as always, please do give me a like and subscribe. I think the channel's over 1,100 subscribers now, which is pleasant. Anyway, I'll let you get on and I'll leave you to enjoy some Jeep footage. I decided that was as good a time as any to try a couple of different angles on the GoPro and see how it comes out, see how the wind noise gets dealt with and all that sort of crap. So anyway, once again, hope you enjoyed the video. I'll see you guys soon.